Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the 22nd podcast for the Next Level Fishing Podcast. Holy smokes, we are at number 21, and we do this every week. Now, I'm changing that 8 p.m. We're actually going to be like more towards 7, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Chris Castro, and if you're new to this, welcome. I produce all the basically all the content for Next Level Fishing TV. And it's just a wonderful kayak fishing show where we go out, and the ultimate goal and full production of this show is to go after trophy fish. But we have a lot of filler content, which we call behind the scenes. And then we have this, our podcast, which gives you just good updates, man. Or at least that's the intention of it. So we're going to get right back into it, man. We went over to fish the FinAddict tournament. I had a chance to place, and I'll tell you guys how I did it, what I did. Share a few things that I learned about it. I won't spill the beans too much, don't worry. David, if you're out there listening. But just enough, you know. It's a very interesting lake. And I called it a diamond in a rough. And I'm going to tell you guys why shortly. Okie dokie. What's up, man? How's everybody doing? We got, let's do some early bird shout outs. We got Mesquite Outdoors, as always. John Vasquez, what's up? And my boy Ernest Cisneros Jr. What's going on, homie? Well, guys, we'll get right into it, man. Real quick on the, what do we got going on here? So, this weekend's going to be good fishing, man. I'm going to be out there. If I see you, holla, because it's going to be good. It's going to be good Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Really 0% chance of rain. I've got the ticker right here, and this is basically going to be everything that you guys can expect. Fishy factor I've got is 1. So I kind of rank it like 1 through 10, 1 being the best, 10 being sort of the worst. And offshore fishing is going to be kind of moderate. I know that we have some low winds, but just be really careful with the tides. Be careful with the rip. Be careful with strong current. I'm just not sure what it's going to do. It should be a little bit gnarly in that sense. So if you don't have the endurance to paddle out a few miles and against current and come back, or if you have any question or doubt on your own ability, just kind of stay away from it. Maybe play a little bit closer to shore. Get on some of those bull reds that are running the surf. There's a lot of mullet. And it should be really a good time. You don't really have to go out very far to get fish offshore. Of course, it probably is going to be really good with all the current and stuff that we're going to probably see this weekend. As far as inshore, man, you guys already know it's going off the chain, dude. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. I think the fishy factor is going to be 1, dude. We're in October. There's a lot of things that we're just waiting on, dude, offshore-wise. So the mullet it's like half the story, right? There's the dusky anchovy and just minnows that can come around and show up real small, big schools, and a lot of the bigger pelagics will usually be hanging around pretty close underneath. Now, if you do find a window this time of year going into October, like, just be very careful on how you approach a bait ball, especially if it's those little minnows or dusky anchovies or along those lines. It's kind of hard to tell unless you get real close to them and can grab them, but just be careful, dude. I've heard some horror stories about them. I've almost been smashed once by a shark. Keep yourself, a lot of guys that are green or good or just new to the offshore scene, their first instinct is just to go straight for it. And sometimes they'll find themselves in the middle of these bait balls, dude. They're big fish below, and they will come up and smash without knowing that you were there. And you could possibly, get hurt. I mean, to be quite frank, I've heard guys of having sharks jump over their kayaks before. I've been hit almost by one. I've been almost knocked out, dude, by a spinner. with the back of the tail. This, I guess it's been about 4 or 5 years now, but that was a pretty scary moment. And it was about this time of year. And I didn't know any better. I got just a little too close. And so just make sure you guys are aware of that. I kind of summarized the winds, the scale. So as we get into this, you guys feel free to go ahead. And, we got some guys already on it today. Golly, Ernesto is numero 1 on the giveaway tonight. And then we got Luis, number 2, MTZ. Black Dot Adventures, what is up? Rude Dog Fishing, let's see who else is here. Outdoors with Mars. What's going on, man? This is weird. I'm actually using a computer to watch you. Outdoors. Well, I'm actually on a computer watching you too, dude. So, how's that? How you like them apples? Next little fish. Oh, cool. What's up, David Sedina? How you doing, brother? If you guys are new to this podcast, just so you know, we do giveaways just about everyone. And all you got to do is just like the video, hashtag Next Level Fishing TV, and I put your name in queue, and we'll do a giveaway here shortly. I try and keep these nice and short, right, guys? Okay, so where are we at? We're definitely going to get into Lake Calaveras today. So this past weekend, I had a chance to go and visit the FinAddict kayak fishing tournament. It's a yearly tournament, and it's been about I got you, Kyle. It's been about 3-4 years since I've done that. I got you, Black Dot. And if you guys follow me on Facebook, I made a post about it being a diamond in a rough. And I know some of these guys are like, man, that is not a diamond in a rough. That's my backyard, and it's like fishing in a barrel, as Robert Rodriguez would say. But man, it really is kind of special, to be really honest with you. There's not a lot of places in the United States that have freshwater redfish to catch. And, obviously it's stocked. So they're there for you to catch. The rules are a little different. The regulations are different. So you still got to follow the limit size and the slot. But the thing is there is no upper slot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can basically catch as big as a red as you can. You just got to make sure you can keep anything as long as it is over 20 inches. So, Michael, I got you. Let's see, Michael Palmer. What's going on, Mr. Palmer? How you doing, brother? Let's see, bro. I lost my sticker that I won from you a while back. Anyway, I get another one. Finally got it. Yeah. Just hit me up, David. If you're on our Facebook, just send me a PM. I got a few more of those old ones left. I need to burn through them anyway. We'll be giving away one of those tonight anyway, so we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, just hit me up. No max limit. Okay, so outdoors, Rude Dog, I got you. Man, you guys are ready to win some stuff tonight. Yeah, so there's no limit. No max limit. Let me correct that. No max limit. And man, it's just interesting. Okay, so I've been to this lake twice, right? Which, by the way, I somehow pulled off a hat trick, and I just got into these reds, dude. There's a lot that went into it. I had my good buddy David Villarreal gave me a little bit of knowledge of the lake on how it works. So that's one of the biggest things. If you haven't fished Lake Calaveras and you want a little bit of insight, and if you're used to saltwater fishing, one of the biggest things that you're going to do wrong immediately is you're going to be probably trying to fish those grass lines. And I did that the first year. So, I'm over here fishing those grass lines, looking for tails, but it is, and not to say that maybe that doesn't maybe it does happen, I don't know, but that's just not how you effectively fish this lake. So this lake, man, is just about finding them, running, and they can be anywhere in the middle, they can be anywhere on the sides. What I did is I noticed that they're all swimming in thick schools, but they're rather deep, sort of it changed, but they were like, I was in about 25 foot of water, and these things were literally in about 25 foot of water. Like, they were almost stacked on top of each other, and they were running super, super low. So then the challenge becomes getting something down there, right? And I guess technically you could keep it real simple and just throw a little Carolina rig or just go bottom fishing, you know. But I was trolling, and what I trolled, I'm going to show you guys what I trolled here. Whoa, we're giving away some secrets today. I'm just going to show you one. I'm not going to show you what I caught on for the sake of, what is this? Oh, okay. Let me throw that off. For the sake of not spilling the beans and respecting my fishing partner who gave me details on that lake, I'm not going to tell you what color I smashed on, but I'm going to just show you. This is basically what I was using. I was trolling these rattle traps, and that's those. I had about 4 different colors, so definitely mix it up, get a good range. Again, this is what they look like, and I did actually catch a couple on this gold one. I really did. I actually did really good with that gold one, but it changed, dude. David, did I already get you? No, I didn't. Let me put you down. Root dog. Okay, top level security. Yeah. But the thing is, you know, getting them down, and I actually, instead of like fast trolling and trolling like I would for kingfish, if you guys have seen any of my offshore stuff, I actually kind of had to go in a drift because these things were kind of hard to get down 25 feet, man. It was tough, dude. So, you know, you definitely want to go up on the ounce. This was a 5/8. I want to say I got this one down. This weight, or maybe a 1 ounce. I got it down. It just took a little bit, but once I got it down there, man, I really couldn't troll. I really couldn't pump too hard. Otherwise, it would start lifting. You know, so your kayak's right here, right, and your kayak's right here. You're dropping your line, and you're going, and that line just peels back as you're going, and that momentum will eventually, you know, as you're pulling it. See if I can do some Adobe After Effects here. As your line's right here, and as you're moving, holy moly, this is like super hard to do whenever you're looking at yourself from a bigger monitor. You know, that line eventually starts to peel up. So what I had to do was just drop it and just kind of drift and let it do its thing down there. I would give it a few little jerks, some pumps, and I was able to get them all day like that, man. I got a total of, I only fished up to about 11 to 12 o'clock. I didn't fish that long, but I got into about 8, maybe 9 reds, and I caught my first freshwater redfish, man. I struggled so hard when I first went to attempt this lake, like I said, 3 years ago. Dude, I didn't catch anything, dude. It was crazy. Bro, you're buffering. Am I buffering? I probably am. Let's see here. Okay, it should be getting better. If not, we still got steady stream, so. Ooh, yeah, I am buffering. It'll straighten out. I actually got decent connection, but we'll see. YouTube is not receiving enough data. Yeah, it'll buffer. Sorry. Hopefully it'll straighten out here in a little bit. Let's see. As long as I'm not losing, it should fluctuate. But at any rate, yeah, dude, it was just something else, dude. So I was able to, here's what I did, man. So early in the morning, the colors changed, dude. And I don't know, dude, this is all theory, right? So, but what I did notice, what I can help you guys out with is that the color that they bit dramatically changed as the sun was coming up. So I noticed that early morning bite was actually on something very similar to this. I got a lot of small ones to hit, a goldish, blackish. It was kind of like, it might have been this one for all I know. But then I did make a move once that sun was out to something a little bit more flossier. And, man, I noticed a huge difference. So much that I was like, wait a minute, am I just hitting this spot at the right time, or let's try something out here. So I ran 2 colors simultaneously, and they would not even hit that darker color. They went and hit the other one. I'm talking 6 times in a row thereafter. So I think that kind of says something, dude. Whenever and it's so weird because I was running those 2 colors all day. They hit one early in the morning, and all of a sudden it was like clockwork, and it stopped, and they hit the other one, and that's all I trolled was 2, and I just thought that was really, really crazy. So if you go there, I definitely recommend investing on some rattle traps. And get a few colors, man, and play around with them. Maybe get something light, maybe get something dark. I'm not a pro at this lake. I'm just telling you guys what worked for me. Somehow I was able to pull off this red that was just a beautiful red. It had about 39 spots. So I took first place on the redfish side pot. And I went to go get that one counted for real quick. I was trying to keep them alive, man. But, man, that lake, it's tough to keep fish alive in that lake. I think it has a lot to do with the temperature of that lake being so warm. I could be wrong. I don't know enough about it. But, yeah, it's different. It's very, very different. Fortunately, that fish didn't survive, but there was a donation box. I donated it. I'll set a couple of myths aside, or I'll set them straight. Freshwater redfish definitely tastes better than saltwater redfish, in case you guys are wondering. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's in my head, dude. But the redfish that they served over there at that FinAddict tournament was, man, dude. If it didn't taste better, dude, I was hungry. One of the two, but I don't know, man. I got some sneak peek. Maybe it was just the spice. What's the Hog Zone? I think they use the Hog Zone spice during that turn. I don't know. I have no idea. But that fish was good, dude. Better than any fried redfish I had ever cooked. You guys are making me hungry. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I had a blast, man. How you doing, Eddie? Yeah, man. Puro vida fishing. What's up, brother? I like stuff like that, dude. The last few years, man, I've just been it's been busy, dude. We've been really, really busy. I mean, we do a lot more than just filming and fishing. There's video awards that we submit to, and, we have fun with it. We write a lot. I probably do a little bit more writing than I do editing videos, believe it or not. So it's just been crazy, man, just trying to help the sport grow in a healthy way, trying to keep the industry positive, and it's a pleasure, man, to come out and support events like that, man, whenever I can. And I've been trying to do it back to back to back, but it hasn't worked out like that. So I think you guys are going on 8 years. I forget how long you guys have been doing that. And I've had the privilege of doing it twice, dude. So it's an honor, dude, to hang out with everybody there. 120 anglers? What is going on, dude? That's a lot of anglers, man. That's like, you guys got something special going there, man. Y'all need to continue to build that. And just, wow, dude. That's just crazy, man. I'm drinking Coke, man. Yeah, no, sorry to sorry to ruin your day there, Ernesto. Drinking good old-fashioned Mexican Coca-Cola from HEB. Only if we had some trout here for all night. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. We do have if you guys are in the salt right now and y'all want to join a really cool grassroots trout tournament that lasts a couple months, it's an online tournament. TKF San Antonio. Go visit them on Facebook. Myself and a few of you guys that I recognize here in this chat are involved in it. It's going to be fun, dude. Super, super fun, man. It gives you like 2 months to really get in there, pick up on some patterns, get on some trout. And it's CPR. They send you tokens. Just follow very simple, basic rules. And have fun with it, dude. That's a really fun tournament. It's definitely one of... I would say that is the funnest trout tournament that I'm currently a part of. This is my second year doing it. So 9 going on 10. Golly, that's pretty awesome, dude, that you guys are going on 9 to 10 years. Love all those guys, dude, in San Antonio. Oscar, just I've known him for not that long, but I've known him for a minute. And he's done great things in the industry. I don't really know how exactly FinAddict works from head to toe as far as like who actually runs it or anything. I just know Oscar's sort of the face of the organization, but I'm sure there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of people are involved in things. But I have known Oscar for a while, man. He's been a great guy, genuine guy. And, man, it's amazing to see what he does. That clinic is basically, it's a nonprofit organization. And they just give back to the community, man. They help the youngsters learn how to fish. That's one of their big things that they do. And when my son is ready, I'll definitely see if I can get him involved in some of those camps that you guys have. I think that'd be really great. All right, let's move on, man. Where are we at? Where's the agenda? So, yeah, third place. I got third place. What the heck? Got third place, man. That's awesome. I didn't expect that, by the way. And overall, I forgot to recap that whole experience. Came in with a 12 or 13, 12, between 12 and 13 pounds. I forget what it was. Redfish. That was my weigh-in. First and second, man, dude, first place. Dude, I was joking with Michael when I said when he brought his redfish in, even the cricket stopped cricking or creaking, whatever. But it was true, dude. He brought a big old red, dude. So congratulations to him. I can't remember the guy who won second. And I feel bad for that. I didn't recognize him, but congrats to all you guys. Congrats to the women's division and the kids who just, that's just awesome, man. It was really fun. Man, so for the whole, let's see here. Let this, okay, so we talked about the weather. You guys are good about the weather. Talked about FinAddict. Our giveaways a little later today. So here's what I got cooking, dude. Okay, so the way that I'm going to separate these, obviously there's about 4 weeks in a month, right? So we're going to pick a topic, and it's going to last all month. The topic for October is mainly going to be about safety, but I'm going to tie in the giveaways to safety. So what does that mean? Well, if we talk about, I don't know. Let me wait till I get everything in, finalized. But I've got some stuff coming for you guys. Not just shirts, not just decals, but I got some good stuff coming, dude. And it's all going to pertain towards safety. And I just think safety's, it's important. I think October is super important to talk about it. And, I don't want to bore you guys with it. I actually want to share some gnarly experiences with you and make it interesting. But I think it's important because October is that transition year where we're starting to get into that winter phase where things just get a little gnarly. They get colder, temperatures start dropping, the fishing's great. So a lot of kayak anglers are actually on the water. But it gets dangerous, dude. It gets dangerous, man, because I've had 2 early career nearly drowning experiences. And one of them came on about this time of year, but a little later in October. And I just wasn't looking at my my weather apps. But then again, back then, I don't even know if there's weather apps like there are now. Back then was different, dude. Because I think I had a BlackBerry. I think I had a BlackBerry or Nokia back then. But one thing that happened, man, was, I mean, you could still check the weather, watch TV, see what, even though maybe it's probably inaccurate, very inaccurate back then. But it was cool, calm, dude. And I'm right there in off the JFK Causeway, right there where you see all those guides, kind of snail as you go to the Packery Channel. And I start fishing those flats, dude. And all of a sudden, man, here I am, cool, calm. I caught some, I don't know, what did I have? I had some black drums, some reds. That's not important, though. What's important, though, is that I just hear this trickling, like water beating. And I look off to my left, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And I literally saw the front coming in, trickling in down the water. And it smashed me, dude. It felt like going 0 to 60. From cool, calm, to all of a sudden, I'm getting instant water push. It's pushing me towards the channel because I was sort of off the bank. I rolled. My rods fell out. They were leashed. The leashes wrapped around my leg. The rods and the current were pulling down, so I kind of felt that, like that sucking down feeling. It was scary, dude. But I did have a good grip. This was very early on, so I don't know. I did have a life jacket on. I was bad, dude, when I first started. And I was one of those guys that just didn't wear life jackets when I first started. And that changed pretty quick after my second incident. But it was scary. I had a good hold of the kayak, but I thankfully, man, I was drifting towards land. And I got on land quick, but I was probably in about 40-mile-an-hour winds, dude. It literally went from 0 to 40. It was a big front, man, and I had no idea it was coming, dude. So, those are things to watch out for going in, because we are going to get those hard transitions in October. I mean, we can. You don't know. It's South Texas, dude. We've got bipolar weather down here, so let me catch up on you guys. Okay, so David said, and I was the last one to get on our giveaway. If you guys are still wanting to get in, we're going to start this here in a little bit. So if you guys have any scary moments, anything y'all want to share, man, anything that's ever happened to you that's kind of curb checked you, I'd love to hear about it. You can send us an email. I'll talk about it on our next one, or maybe bring you guys on, or as an individual on air, and we can have a little discussion about it. But let's see, bro. All the cold. Let me see. Ernesto just typed something here. All the cold weather clothing, and some use waders like myself. I get out of the kayak and wade. It can be a very dangerous situation if you fall out of the kayak. But yeah, waders is a good one. That's a good way. I mean, a good topic there, Ernesto, because, and that's almost, you can almost just talk about that particular subject exclusively and have a lot to talk about. And maybe that's something we'll get into next week. But waders can be dangerous, man. Waders, we've had a few guys die here in Corpus, and one stands out to me in particular. It happened right in the middle of the channel. He wasn't a kayaker, but I knew him, and he was on a boat. He had his waders on. He fell in the channel, and one of the bad things about wearing waders when you're kayak fishing is if you get water intrusion, if you don't have a good seal and you're not buckled up, you basically become a human drift sock, dude. So if you're around a channel or anything with a lot of moving current, like that's, man, dude, very, very hard to fix that situation once a good amount of water grabs a hold of you and flushes in. And if you're underwater and that water starts to seep in, it will take you to the bottom of those channels. And, that's just a dangerous situation. It's a scenario. Now, that being said, there is a right and a wrong way of wearing waders. You can have waders on and take a little bit of water on top and maybe even submerge if you're wrapped up appropriately. You got to make sure, man, that you're buckled in the right way. So just keep that in mind, man. That's a big one, Ernesto. Thanks for bringing that up. We've lost a lot of wade fishermen, a lot of even boaters, and a couple of kayakers for the simple fact that they're just not wearing the waders right, or they didn't buckle them in, and they just go out too far. Maybe they hit a pothole and they go under real quick. But that quick under is just enough for that water to gush in. And, dude, bye-bye, man, if that happens. So, yeah, just be careful with that, man. You know, that's... brings up nasty memories, dude. That guy was... he was a cool dude, man. He actually watched the show. That was the first one that happened about 3 years ago, dude. And it's unfortunate, dude. The other guy, man, I can share some crazy things, dude. There was a guy in South Padre, 2 kids. It may have been around this time of year, 2 years ago or last year. I can't remember. And you know, it's crazy, dude. I'm gonna get real with you guys here. So this kid, I would talk a lot to him about safety, just being careful. You know, he would always kind of reach out, email, sometimes Facebook message me, and just ask, hey, what should I do in this situation? It's windy, yada yada. And I'll tell him, well, you know, you just be smart, know where the wind's blowing, know where it's best to go out in the wind and have the wind blow you back. Just always think about your endurance. He was out there with his buddy, dude, and some of you guys might know who this guy is. He messages me, and he's like, hey, man, I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. I can't find my friend. He got sucked out. And I was like, dude, I go, man, well, why are y'all going out in this kind of weather, man? I mean, look at the radar. And he's like, no, I know, this and that. And I told him, you know, I mean, that's why I didn't go. I listened to you, but my friends knew. I was like, dude, you're new too, man, you know? And he basically becomes your responsibility. Well, long story short, man, and I hope I'm not making anybody upset by saying this, but his friend passed away, dude. He was down in South Padre. He's the guy that got taken out because I think the wind or current sucked him and he fell off his kayak. They never found him. His buddy, these are youngsters, dude. Buddy called authorities. They came. They searched. They finally found him. Well, believe it or not, that kid who did survive, he watches this show, and he was calling me when all this was going on. And, you know, it kind of breaks my heart, dude, you know, to see that. But this is that time of year when it happens, you know. So it's just real important, man. Keep you guys eyes out, you know, all your friends out there. Just make sure that they're always paying attention to the weather, currents, anything and everything, man, this time of year. Because this is the time of year. Any time of year really can be dangerous. But particularly during seasonal changes, whenever the wind and weather is just very inconsistent, and we start getting fronts, it's dangerous, dude. So Justin Downs, what's up, dude? Welcome aboard. All right, so we got 9 on the giveaway tonight. Let's see if we can beat 10. Last one we had 10. So if you guys have not entered the giveaway, like the video, and then hashtag Next Level Fishing TV on the chat, and then I'll put you in queue, and then we'll get this on the road, man. I want to keep you guys. We're gonna give away. We'll give away a couple things. I'm gonna give away a decal and another shirt. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Somebody's shirt got eaten by a dog. But I ain't going to say any names, dude. Oh, man, dude. Score update. If anybody's watching NFL, somebody give me a score update. So, just so you guys know, give you guys an update where we're at on filming and progression on that. A lot of you guys are asking, where is this episode? Where's that episode? Where's this one? I'm working on 3, and I know I keep saying this. So we've got one I won't talk about right now because I'm getting ready to release it, but I've got a 2-part series coming out real soon. We're going to, I'm going to take you guys on it was a 2-week tour for me, but you guys are going to get it in 2 days. We're going to ACK, the demo days. I'm going to show you guys pretty much everything about it. You guys get a chance to see what it's all about if you haven't been, and I'm going to get a chance to try about 2 or 3 different kayaks that I have yet to ever try, some new models. I'll give you guys my thoughts on them. And then we come back home, and then we whip back to San Antonio, and I was low-key filming my fishing there at Lake Calaveras, and I think I got every single redfish, that I caught. I didn't get all the fancy captain's meeting stuff and all that, because it was sort of a last minute run and gun. I just really wasn't prepared, but I did bring my GoPros. I brought my other cameras, but I wasn't ready. So expect that to come out pretty soon. I want to do Lake Calaveras justice, though, so before I release that, I'm probably going to go back and get some B-roll of the actual area. I hope it's okay to fly drones. I'd like to talk a little bit about the lake, and if anybody hasn't been there, I'd like for people to know, it's there. It's go and support it. There's a lot of redfish there that they stock it with to be caught. There's tilapia. There's other things in there, I'm sure. I think there's even some bass. I heard that you guys used to have corvina, which kind of blew my mind, dude. That's crazy. I heard there's some striper in there too. That is a diamond in the rough, dude. I mean, I know it's not if you're from there, but there's just not a lot of places you can go and catch freshwater reds like that, man. That's really cool. So I'll be doing that. I'll be working on that, and it should be exciting. So let's do this giveaway, man. What do we got? Oh, what's 7-6 Seahawks? Peter and David. Man, you guys are champs, dude. Thank you. 7-6 Seahawks. All right. Okay, so Justin, you were number 9. All right, I got you. Peter is number 10. Man, we're about to break some records today, gentlemen. Okay, Peter, we got 11 now. Alex Velasquez. 12 is going to be Ed Yardo. What is up? All right. 12. Whoa, 12 or 13. This is a record giveaway, gentlemen. Our cast. If you guys have any questions about anything that we discussed today, whether it's the fishing this weekend here locally, I'm transitioning to trout. I'm giving you guys a couple minutes to hashtag Next Level Fishing TV and like this video, and then we'll do this giveaway here in about 2 minutes. But feel free, because we're going to end this video with a little bit of Q&A. I've already talked a little bit about safety, and like I said, next week I'll be giving away you guys. We're gonna be starting to give away some real cool stuff, man, and a lot of it is gonna be wired into safety, right? So when we're talking about safety, obviously we're talking about life jackets, we're talking about undergarment, things like that, man. There's gonna be some stuff in the works, so it's gonna be cool, dude. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with you guys. Everything that comes my way is going straight to your hands because, we're just having fun with this, man. Talking kayak fishing, keeping the conversation alive and healthy as we enter what is considered the slow part of the industry, which is the winter. That's where all the hardcore guys come out. But never forget about the safety aspect of it, dude. Doesn't take very much to drop into hypothermia at all. So there's a lot of good content we can talk about, a lot of stories we can share with each other. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, we got 13. All right, that's our record, man. You guys are breaking records. So our record right now is 13. And I guarantee you, once you guys see these prizes that we're getting ready to give away, you guys are going to be breaking records. You guys are probably going to quadruple that. All right. Okay. Random.org. Let's do this. Okay. 1 to 13. Can you guys see this? I don't know if you guys can see this. But it's on number 3 right now. It's on number 3, right? So that's, I guess it was defaulted on that. About to hit right here. Now it's on 12. So let's see who's 12. Let's go down the list. Ed Yardo. All right, so Yardo, congratulations, sir. You're going to get the NLF decal. NLF decal. If you do not have Facebook, or if you do, go hit us up on our Facebook page. Send us a message. If you don't, you can email me at nextlevelfishingtv@gmail.com. Or if you don't have Facebook. If you are looking for a Facebook page, you can either put at Next Level Fishing TV or it's Next Level Fishing TV - Kayak Fishing Next Level Fishing Kayak Fishing TV. And the winner is Ernesto's calling him out. All right, so it's on number 12 right now. We're gonna do the last one. So this last giveaway that we're doing is it's our apparel brand that we're doing. It's not really an apparel brand. It's just some Next Level Fishing merch. So what we do, with all the photos that I use and that are involved in all these publications, I just kind of wanted to do something with them other than just letting, once I use them, they just sit there and I never use them again. So we came out with a little line of graphic tees. These aren't fishing shirts like dry fit. These are just graphic tees. Like, this is just stuff that you can chill, wear to a little event, go to the mall, whatever. I'll get into fishing shirts later. I just haven't really squared away all those details. But these are graphic tees, and the first one that we're releasing this month or this week is it's the Sailfish one. So you're actually owning real. These are real events. This actually happened, and I'm releasing 6 of them. They're all different anglers from around the Texas coast. This first one is it's the one that a lot of guys want. So I'm just throwing that one out there, which is the Sailfish one, and it's called the series of that graphic tee is called Tug Life, Tuglife. It's pretty cool, man. A lot of guys like the shirt, so hopefully you guys like it. But we'll get right into it. So, all right, it's on 12. I know you guys can't. Y'all can't see that, can you? No, it's too bright. Let's hear it again. Nope, didn't go. Hang on. It's not going. Hang on. Okay, there we go. 10. Where's 10? 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Peter. Who's Peter? Peter. Where's Peter at? Peter, you win a shirt. Peter is the winner for the shirt. Peter, if you can hear me, sir. Guajardo. Sorry, man. My Spanish isn't. I mean, I can speak Spanish, but I can't really pronounce Guajardo. I never win nothing. Okay. Well, Peter, if you're out there, hit me up. You can send me I'm gonna put our email right here in chat, in case you guys don't have Facebook for some reason. But you can always, the easiest way is just to message us on our Facebook page. You can email me or all your information. We'll get it shipped to you. Takes about 4 days, I think, something like that. Just depends on where you live. I put in the order for you, and they do all the shipping. It's out of our hands from there, so it gets there relatively quick for doing a custom shirt. What's up, Chunky? How you doing, man? We're just wrapping things up. Okay, so I'll wrap it up with this. We're entering the winter months. Fire away. If you guys have any questions, go ahead, and I'll answer them as we go. But we're entering these winter months, and it's going to get good, especially with that trout. So I've got all those 3 to 4 episodes that I'm editing right now. We'll have those out before I even work on this next one. But we're going to be going for some good trout this year. So what's considered a trophy class trout in Texas, or Texas Park and Wildlife, is anything that is 27 and up. But I'm done with those. I need to film. The problem, okay, so I have a few 30s. I have like a 30 and a quarter. That's my biggest, right? So I haven't broke 31 inch on the trout. But the problem with the footage on the 30, very hard to edit, man. It was kind of a surprise, and there's a lot of background stuff that I just really don't feel right showing. So this year, our goal is to film. We're going to catch plenty of 27, 28s inch trout for you guys on these episodes, dude. You can bet that, or you can bet that. You can best believe that. But I really want to get a bruiser, dude. I mean, those trout that I have held up, they're great. They're healthy. But, man, dude, a lot of people haven't really seen a bruiser, dude, like a 30 to 31 that just doesn't have the length but also has the mass. I mean, dude, they make redfish look like, I don't know, like mullet, dude. I mean, they're just, you can see the muscles, like the muscle rip on the top of the shoulders, and they're just, that's why I call them aliens, dude. When you look at trout, they just don't look right. They don't look like they belong on this earth, dude. Yeah, congrats, Peter. Way to go, brother. I wish I had that one I could wear. I got you, Mars. I'll get you, dude. That's our dog whisperer right there. Mars won the shirt last couple weeks ago, and his dog got a hold of it. So David Serdna says 14-6 Seahawks. Need to check my fantasy football dates here. So that's what we'll be going after, man. If you guys have anything that y'all want to know in regards to trout fishing, trophy trout fishing, let me know. Because I just don't, I'm not an expert at this, at trophy. I just know what I know up to this point, right? And I just know the basic. I know what to look for. I know how to find them, and I know how to put in the work to find them. It's a grind, dude. Trout fishing is a grind, but it can be hard for a lot. I know guys that are excellent redfish fishermen, and they can't catch trout for the life of them. It's different. Everything's different when you trout fish, man. It's almost like a bass kind of approach, but not quite. I wouldn't say it's, some people like to compare it to bass fishing, but it's not quite there. There's some similarities, but not quite. So as we get into it, if there's anything in particular that you want to know, like it's just bothering you guys about trout fishing, send us an email or send us a message on any of our social media, and I promise you I will incorporate that in the episodes. I did that for the surfing one. I completely rewrit this past part 2 of how I handle the surf because of one question. And I thought it was a great question. It's an important question. And I wanted to give you guys perspective on pedal versus paddle in the surf. So don't think that those, just because you're one guy and you have one question, don't think that it's not going to go noticed. I'll definitely do everything I can to answer questions, even if it's just one. So, all right. Before I get off, let's see. Make sure your pets do not get to the shirt. Yep. Chucky, good getting stuff together for my 12-hour trip. Where are you going, dude? Oh, you're coming down here to Corpus, aren't you? Chuck, are you Chucky as in the guy who went out with me that day in that gnarly surf? Is that you? I'm not sure if that's you or not, but if it is, it is you. Yeah. Sorry, I can't see. The icons are like real small on YouTube. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm 100. Let me see. It's kind of hard to see. I'm guessing here. Chuck is from up north, man. I think the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He was out there on some of that big surf day video that I had incorporated into the latest video. And dude, this guy got through in a Predator PDL. And was it a feel free with a motor? You had a motor though, right? That was crazy, dude. That's nuts. Literally, that's nuts. But you did it. I'll give you props, man. Give you props. So anyway, next week, guys, I'm hoping next week we're going to start getting in some of the stuff that I ultimately want to give away to you guys. This is high dollar stuff, dude. So here's how we're going to do this. In an effort to promote the safety for this month, in an effort to obviously, hopefully, talk talk about our first sponsor for this podcast and how we're going to sort of partner together and make this beneficial to the viewers and make it educational and make it rewarding. We're going to do a little bit of, it's very easy. I'm going to have these little campaign videos where we literally talk about something specific, whether it's wearing the proper attire, PFD, whatever the case may be. Those videos, those real quick, like 10-second highlight videos, every time, whenever, the way you get into it is we're going to have to do like some sort of a sharing system or a setup to where when you share those videos, I put your name in the list and we do a random drawing. So it's completely random. And what that's going to do is it's going to help us kind of obviously promote what we're talking about this month, which is safety. And I think it's just very important, dude. And it'll be fun, man. We'll have a lot of fun with it. So that's sort of how that's going to go. It may change. We may tweak a few things. We'll see how it goes. But that corky thump. But that's going to be the gist of it. A video on how to cook. That would be nice. How to cook a 30-inch trout. Is that what you want, dude? How to cook a 30-inch trout? Yeah, man. Dude, every guide from Galveston to South Padre would be after me. But you guys heard it here first. So if you ever catch me on a catch and cook episode and I'm cooking a 30-inch, 31-inch trophy class trout, everybody here knows today that it's because of Outdoors with Mars. Which, by the way, shout out to Outdoors with Mars. He's got his own YouTube channel. If you guys like to see YouTube content, go and check him out. We're gonna wrap it up with that, man. I want to keep you guys. I got to get on this game. I got to see how my fantasy football is doing. We'll be out there this weekend. I'm gonna be slowly starting to pick up on some of that trout action, seeing if my girls are ready or if I should leave them alone. I'm kind of waiting for this token, so it's gonna kind of depend on that. Chucky, it is Chucky. Yeah, dude. What's up, man? How you doing, dude? So we'll see how all that goes, man. If you guys see me out there, holler. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at, but if you see me out there, holler. And we'll leave it at that, man. So y'all have a wonderful weekend, man. Be safe, even though it's looking pretty good. And we'll see you guys next Thursday, about 7-ish. If you guys want notifications, just so you know, on this YouTube channel, there's that little bell. If you hit it, it notifies you when we go live. It's the only time it'll probably notify you, I think, is during live events. So, if you're sitting on your couch and you're like, oh, it's go time, then you'll know. I think you guys will be very, very excited to see what we're going to be giving away here pretty soon and how it all ties in. Good times ahead, guys. Y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you guys next week.